Muslim, Christian, Jew, Hindu, Buddhist, and atheist, one, two, and all in between. This is for the absolute, positive, good God and truth of your lives, only crossing bigger and better. What is the expression of love? Well, it's to make sure that all people, places, and things of you, to the best of your ability, right, are more positive than negative. It's only ensuring by your own willpower and your own individual ego, yourself, right, by value, right, by the substance, durability, and solidness of your life, right, to only stay more positive than anything negative about you. It's the only way I state and the only way I am. It's the good truth of God, of everybody, of everything, by the physics and laws of all known matter, only crossing bigger and better. And it's the only way all facts are established good as truth, more positive than anything negative about them, from the inside out at 360 degrees. And as a fact of God check, right, because God is the good of all, right, and that good, right, is only stated more positive than anything negative about you and your lives, right, as the God of it, than all negativity. And that is the good truth of God, of how you were created and the only way you're supposed to be. But we live in a world where it's unarticulated to only state good as truth, right? It states that things cross bad, evil, and sinful through the faith of it. And all of these things are just articulations negatively of only going and doing more positive, to keep the followers and believers of them good as truth always. The true love for your fellow man, agape. Again, it's the only way I am, and it's the only way I state. It's the good truth of God, of the life of Jesus Christ. Only one more positive than all negativity. When they tried to crucify the good truth of God of him, right, the thief recognized it, bonded more positive than negative with the good truth of God of Jesus Christ, and they stole their lives back from all that faith. And that fool that was hanging himself out negatively, deficient to one nothing. Jesus didn't scream out, "Oh God, why have you forsaken me?" He screamed out, "Oh God, don't forsake me." The same thing I'm stating here and now. Feet don't fail me now. 3 days later, the thief rode back to the tomb. He was the one that Mary seen, gave him a kiss and called him an angel when she told him Jesus was alive and well, or when he told her Jesus was alive and well, and he went that rightful, truthful way. If you plug a plug into the wall, right, the positive better outweigh anything negative about the matter of that plug, or you could potentially burn your house down, or you won't have enough energy to sustain. But there's zero chance, right, if that plug's more positive with energy than anything negative about this matter, that your house can burn down from it, or you won't have enough energy to sustain. And your body's the same way. You're half male, you're half female, and you have to cross more male with energy, more positive with energy than any female negativity, right, about your life. See, light isn't matter, and matter isn't light. Okay, they are different in their expression. Okay, a proton isn't a neutron, and faith isn't good truth. But here's the reality of all of them. Okay, anything that isn't the protons of you or the neutrons of you, right? Anything that isn't more positive than negative by your choices isn't the good truth of you, it's the faith of you, okay? your body doesn't cross bad, evil, and sinful. It crosses negatively deficient of being good as truth, more positive, always. Only cross more positive than negative always. It's the only way you can add up, stay, or be good as truth, lasting only to an absolute bigger, better here and now of your reality check. Wherever an atom or a mountain of atoms are stated more positive than negative, right? They're stated good as truth, and nowhere in existence to the reality check of mankind can they be destroyed. Anywhere your matter is stated more positive than negative, it's stated good as truth. And no matter where you're at, creation of existence, you can't be destroyed. Your life can only cross bigger and better, more positive than negative always, for only being stated that way. Does that mean that negativity won't blindside you? No, it doesn't mean that. You hear me? We all play that fool, okay? But it does mean that you can recognize your enemy always, and it isn't your fellow man. It's the ways of them. They're negatively deficient of being more positive, and to keep them good as truth, one together bonded more positive than negative with you, right? You have to turn up the enlightenment on them. You have to bring them to a more positive way than their negativity through their faith, okay? To keep them good as truth. And if you do that, it'd be the bigger, better of your bonding atom matter evolved. See, if we cross more positive than negative always, right? No matter where we're at, we're good. That's the truth, okay? One together, atom matter evolved, bonded only to a bigger, better here and now of us, more positive than negative when we see each other again. All God, truth, reality check only states this way. And the only limitations you have on your life is what you put on them. Now, I know what Jesus knew and what others knew prior to him, right? But the language barrier, right? See, the language barrier and then the loss of civilizations has robbed us from it. But it's this. You're made of atom matter evolved, right? That is the good truth of God of your shape, form, and mass. And for some reason, Adam lost his bearings in the beginning and didn't know to only bring Eve back to a more positive, enlightened way, the negative faithfully, okay? That was the only way he could stay good as truth. So he did. He died out 930 years later. And only the Lord knows when Eve died, as far as I know. And in reality, man, it's because everywhere creation of existence, it's not stated more positive than negative. With the Holy Spirit of God, right? Of all I am, right? It's just negatively deficient of it. It's the neutral nothing. And it's the bigger and better of nothing of your matter or nothing of your life. See, I want to show you something. God as truth, right? Good as truth. He's the good of all, right? As truth can only come to your reality check, right? More positive than anything negative about it, okay? Now, in reality, God is the good of all, right? As truth, right? Jesus was the good truth of God of that because he was a man holy with the Spirit of God of all I am, right? More positive than anything negative about his life. He was good. He is good. That's the truth. Okay? In all things, God, truth, as the reality check of all I am, holy with Spirit, the Holy Spirit of God of all I am, the Father of all who will follow me as bigger, better men and women, atom matter evolved, right? Is only stated good as truth. That is the God of it. That is the truth of it. That is the reality check of the energy and the Spirit of God of all I am. To every body of atom matter evolved. Listen to me. Anywhere creation of existence, right? It's more positive than negative. It's stated good as truth. And it's your natural, meaning you're only programmed to want to do more positive than negative, but you don't have that articulation. And because of that, like I said, anywhere in the world, it's not stated that way. Holy with the Spirit of God of all I am as its reality check, right? It's just negatively deficient of it. It's no good as the truth of the life of Jesus Christ. And the God of it, right? The good of it isn't there, man. That's the truth. That's the reality check of who I am and what I'm stating. So either you can let me be the head of you, right? As your father, as your teacher, as the person who inspires your life to only bigger or better. Always. Or you're just negatively deficient. You're foolish with your faith. And in reality check, you can't make it. You won't make it. Everything good about your life will always be fleeting. Because there's only one way as truth to be good. And to only cross bigger and better for it, and that's to be more positive than anything negative about it, about you and about your life and about the reality check of you, the good God and truth of the reality check of you. You hear me? And again, the state of one more positive than negative is the only light, joy, warmth, good God or truth, holy with Spirit, all of all will ever know or be. It's the only state that all of all in body and matter, atom matter evolved is stated good as truth, right? And that good as truth is the absolute bigger, better here and now than all of all negativity. It's the only state all of all prayers are answered in, all of all miracles happen in, all of all dreams come true in, and it's the only heavenly abode or paradise you'll ever know or be in. The state of one more positive than negative, right? To state that way, only preset yourself that way, is the only substance, durability, and solidness, right? You will ever know or be. It's the bonding matter of all solid, liquid, gas, plasma of the here and now of reality check, right? It's the Holy Spirit of the bonding matter of all solid, liquid, gas, plasma of the here and now of reality check. The Holy Spirit of God, the good truth of God of all I am. Again, where two or more atoms cross and bond, Christ-like, one more positive than negative, they make the good truth of God of every shape, form, and mass you can think of, not to exclude every dimension of time and space you can think of, and every shape, form, and mass of the God of all, reality check, the good God in truth, as a fact of God, check, right? Good as truth. The reality check of all I am. The atom matter, Adam man evolved, King Adamus of all, God, truth, reality check I am. And that is a fact of God check. God, truth, a reality check. Peace.